What's up, everybody? Hello, welcome back to the stream. Oh, after doing 2.5 Bayonetta 2 speedruns last night, my body is completely trashed, so it is time to unwind with some more games of questionable choices. Mostly FMV games, the games that I love and pretty much nobody else. So what's up, Hold Your Fire? BRB Bio. Okay. But, yeah, so tonight, basically, plan to play some FMV games. We'll see what else we play here as well. I'm going to bust out a game I haven't played in a while, but I have done it before. It is a FMV game from not too long ago, which is pretty cool. More modern FMV game called Press X to Not Die. Let's see, trying to get to run. Here we go. So there are multiple endings in this game, like different choices you can go through. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it, especially since one of the options is, where is it? 1994 mode. Make it look like a Sega CD game, kind of. Lower resolution, blocky. It's great. Neat little touch. All right. So I'm trying to think when this came out. I think this came out about 2 or 3 years ago. It hasn't been too long. You can pick up on Steam for, I think, under $4. I think I bought it brand new. It was like $2, which is a hell of a steal.
Dude, wake up!
Matt?
Dude, everyone's going crazy. Everyone in town is just attacking everybody. It's like that shitty M. Night Shyamalan movie. No, the other shitty one. Never mind all that. Okay, I figured it out. Now this is important. The secret to survival is press X to not die.
Well, what happens if I don't press X? Oh no, I died!
Dude, seriously, how hard was it? Never mind all that. Okay, I figured it out. Now this is important. The secret to survival is press X to not die. Good job, dude.
Oh my god, Matt! Matt? I didn't press X in time. Matt! 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 Matt? Where is everyone? Hi, kitty. Oh my god, I gotta call Christina.
Hello?
Are you alright? Everyone's attacking each other. Someone just killed Matt!
Oh my god. Was it a Twilight fan? I told him not to join Team Jacob.
Well, clearly he deserved to die then. I mean, everybody would.
Well, yeah. But it's still a tragedy.
Hello? Christina? No reception. Seriously? What's with this icon? I've gotta go get her.
What happens if you hit the wrong button?
Come on, I can do this. Come on, I can do this.
Apparently my character's had a lot to drink.
Oh man, what should I do?
Help him, dumbass. Take his bike, everyone for himself. He's on his own. Run him. Run for it. Let's do some combat.
Thanks, man. Bike thieves sure are getting aggressive these days, aren't they?
See ya. Hey, wait! Aw.
Apparently I blacked out while running. What's up, Jay?
Man, a bike would have been useful right about now.
Can we talk about this? You're cute. New chemistry, classic Kelly, where this is ridiculous. Let's go with you're cute. Oh no!
Crazy bitch. I'm here.
Christina? Christina?
Oh, it's you. You're just in time. My roommate is trying to kill me.
Really weird ADR.
And that's freezing my toothbrush.
Alright, you killed your roommate, or damn, you're badass. Let's go badass.
I know, right? I mean, 1 minute she's sitting there reading her Hunger Games Catching Fire book, and the next thing I know, she's lunging at me with a kitchen knife. I mean, I know she was really into Hunger Games, but that was ridiculous.
I don't think that's it. It's the whole town. Everyone's going crazy.
Like that shitty M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Which one? I'd say The Little Mermaid. That was the worst of his movies that he ever made, by far.
What?
Yep, exactly.
Anyway, it's really dangerous outside. I died once just getting here, and even your roommate just almost killed me.
Wow, that's great. I'm gonna go take a shower. Cover me.
But...
Sweet, a shower scene.
What?
So the question is, should I try to peek or not? Because that will be an option here coming up in just a minute, like whether, just a couple seconds, whether I should try to peek at her or not. We'll see what the chat, if anyone in chat has anything to say. Peek or no peek? Oh, no one said anything. Oh well. No peek, okay. Jay chooses to be the gentleman.
Can't read my poker face.
Oh, juggalos.
Juggalos. What a mess.
That's an excuse for him to just touch her butt with this shoe. We all know what's going on. Ronnie says continue to be a big meanie.
this was the best use of my time.
All right, so what's the plan?
I think we should get out of town.
Okay, how are we gonna do that?
I have a car back at my place.
Well, why didn't you drive it here then? Okay, well, let's go get it.
Ooh.
You know fences have gates, right?
I take it you have a concert's coming up?
I've been wondering, whatever's happened, how come we're not affected?
Power of our love. You drink milk? I think it's the milk. I think it's the power of our love.
Right.
Matt wasn't affected either. He told me something before he died. Press X to not die.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but I kind of feel like I've been doing it. Yeah, like that. Also, what the hell?
Sorry, yeah, I've noticed that too. Do you think there are other people like us? People who are okay?
Why does everyone keep attacking me?
Ah, the legendary Wayne. Okay might not be quite the right word. When presented with the gold medal of the swearing Olympics, you go for the gold.
What the
Oh my
hell,
god, I'm
son?
so sorry, Mrs. Peterson.
Get away from me, you hooligan!
Sorry, Mrs. Peterson.
Is she gonna be okay?
I think so. We should head back indoors.
Yeah.
It told me to. I had to do what the game says. Even if it didn't say, would you kindly?
What is this place?
I don't know. Christina!
That's some amazing staples to do with the concrete. Why?
Okay?
Because it's just so much fun, T. Wallace.
You know Kung Fu?
Apparently.
Huh?
Come on, let's go.
Exactly. It's like evil geniuses. It's like you always see the evil bad guy. They're always laughing their head off whenever explaining their plan, their evil plan. Why? Because they're just having so much fun doing it. I mean, that's the reason why. Really, they're not mad. They're not upset. They're having a lot of fun. Well, apparently you've been using the wrong staplers, T. Wallace.
I don't like
As
this.
have I. So are you single, or... Oh, come on. Why does every girl have to say that to me? Stay away. I have mace. You're in violation of this restraining order.
Christina! Come on! Can you try that door?
It's locked.
See, this part kind of reminds me of like there's a Spanish movie called Record.
Yeah, don't you?
There's a Spanish movie called Record. I really recommend it. They made an American version. That version's crap, but the Spanish version is amazing. I definitely recommend that you watch it. I think it came out probably about, gosh, I want to say over 10 years ago. Kind of reminds me of like little parts of this here where they had like shutters or an apartment building. It's all like there's this outbreak going on. They've been quarantined inside a building. It's really awesome. Why do you know how to pick locks? Eternal question. Such as, why is Ronnie sending me messages when I'm streaming?
A long story.
Well, this was made in Canada, so this does make sense. You would have to know how to hockey fight.
Hells yeah. Let's finish this.
I think I've got it.
Huh? Booyah.
Careful, son. You might hurt someone with that.
Time to clean up the streets.
Same way you do it. I pressed X.
How do you know about that?
It's the way it was supposed to be.
So you know what's going on.
I do.
So, do you like chocolate? Do you work here?
I love chocolate.
Alright. But do you like chocolate?
I love chocolate.
I'm not really sure if she likes chocolate, though.
I love chocolate. I love chocolate.
You know, she had to do this take a couple times. Hell, I would.
I love chocolate.
Shortly after she developed diabetes from having to eat 50 Crunch bars in order to make this game. Yeah, but it was happy career. It was happy tears, though. I mean, she got the entire Crunch bar.
The military has been working on a drug that rewires people's brains. The purpose was to make performing complex actions as simple for people as pressing a button. Dodge an attack, press X. Stab someone with a sword, press A. Skip the years of training it would normally take to develop such skills to an expert level.
So life is literally a video game now? Really meta? Seriously, that's a story? That's so stupid. That's really meta. No, I have a feeling that she really likes chocolate. She's not going to do that. I mean, unless it's like to make room for more Crunch bars, then perhaps.
I know, right?
So that's why Christina knows Kung Fu.
Yeah. But the drug doesn't work on everyone. In fact, most people it drives mad. We found that only so-called gamers could handle the rewiring. Only gamers could understand being able to perform karate or reload their rifle being as simple as pressing a button. Everyone else just went crazy.
Man. Wait, Christina's a gamer?
Angry Birds.
Go. So what's meta? It's like it's something that like refers to itself. It's really kind of weird. It's like, oh, cool. If you're playing a video game and you're in the video game, it's like, well, that'd be meta. It's not really used very often. So let's see. Where are you? Releases drug in our town. Town success type. And you use it to unleash the zombie apocalypse.
Kind of is like a zombie apocalypse, isn't it? I didn't do it. This wasn't part of the plan. I don't know if something went wrong or if someone intended for this to happen. All I can do is try to help. Here, take my keys. My car's in the parking lot. You can use it to escape.
Aren't you coming with us?
I don't seek escape. I only seek atonement. Here,
Kind of.
take a weapon. It's dangerous outside.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. Ooh, baseball bat, chainsaw, or balloon sword. You know we have to go balloon sword. The deadliest of all weapons.
Pick a real weapon.
Alright, we'll go Evil Dead. It's all rusty, too.
The parking lot is that way. The red neon. Go.
You drive a Neon? I thought you were a scientist. You can afford better than a crappy car, come on.
That must be it.
Yes, it was a crappy car, wasn't it? Oh, juggalos. Must die.
Juggalo. Why does it have to be a juggalo?
Why am I so tall? That they're terrible. Sorry. Somebody's gotta say it to you, T. Wallace. I say it out of pure spite and not love. I mean, yeah, the other way. This should just be the entire game, just beating up a juggalo. Game of the year.
What happened?
He caught my kick.
Does he have enhanced reflexes too?
You think he's a gamer? But he's one of them.
Oh my god.
He's a Farmville player.
Can you beat him?
I don't know.
Here, throw this in.
Yeah, Farmville, that's really recent.
This.
I don't know.
That held up really well. My first car was a Dodge Neon minivan, what I called the ghetto van. Yeah, that was a good question. It's like, so I can pick the chainsaw, then what?
Let's finish this.
Here we go. Went all cartel on him.
your roommate with a kitchen knife?
Point taken.
Come on, let's go.
That's a one-time use thing, apparently. Logging is very expensive. You can only use it to cut down one tree, then you get a new chainsaw. That's why paper costs so much.
I think we're gonna make it.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, we never even found out how this happened.
Maybe that'll be in the sequel.
What? Ah!
Nice reflexes, buddy.
I've done the balloon sword before. Jay was actually here for that, so he's like, no, don't do the balloon sword again.
Well, we made it out of the city.
I agree.
Looks like we're safe.
Because you didn't pick it up.
For now.
That's why it's a failure at the last second.
Ow!
Sorry.
You really died once. That's not too bad. Better than dying 2 times, I guess. Maybe you should try hard difficulty next time.
Isn't there somewhere else you could be?
Well, you did save me earlier, and
You didn't run over me with your car. So, yeah.
And you really didn't peek on your girlfriend in the shower? That's willpower, man. Seriously.
Short little game. So now we can do it and do all the other stuff. So there's death galleries, you can see all the ways you've died.
Dude, seriously, how hard was it?
Said 41, it looked like. Which 42 is supposed to be the answer to everything, though. Well, it'd be, I mean, it's not really surprising that you're going to get, you know, like, Postal 4 when your payday hits, because I know you're a big fan of that series. One of the fun things you can do in this game, though, is 1994 mode.
Dude, seriously, how hard was it?
Yes, this game is on Steam. It's actually how I bought it. It came out not too long ago. Alright, Jay, no problem, buddy. As I always know it's late, but it's always cool you come around. Definitely appreciate it. Press X to not die is $3 right now on Steam in the United States. Special edition is $3.58, which actually comes with like a prototype. Like the official proof of concept type deal, so... So let's make some different choices this time.
Wake up!
Matt?
Dude, everyone's everyone's going crazy. Everyone in town is just attacking everybody. It's like that shitty M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Let's say The Happening. That was pretty terrible.
Yes, exactly. God, that was a shitty movie. Never mind all that. Okay, I figured it out. Now this is important. The secret to survival is press X to not die.
Yeah, you need Debbie Harry in this.
Good job, dude.
I mean, we're definitely, and we need to have a reprisal role from Double Switch too.
Matt? I didn't press X in time.
Matt! 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 Matt? Where is everyone? Hi, Kitty. Oh my god, I gotta call Christina.
I trusted a girl once with purple hair. Does that count? Of course, I explain when we're not together anymore, but...
Hello?
Let's see... Deja vu?
I'm fine. How are you?
Everyone's attacking each other. How do we know it's everybody? It's someone just killed Matt.
Oh my god. Was it a Twilight fan? I told him not to join Team Jacob.
It might have been.
I told him antagonizing Team Edward was putting his life on the line.
Hello? Christina? No reception. Seriously? What's with this icon? I've gotta go get her.
Let's feel putting on her jacket. Should we steal this guy's bike now? I think we should definitely steal it.
Oh man, what should I do?
Alright, so last time we helped him. So I say we take his bike. Either that or he's on his own. Yeah, let's take his bike.
Hey! Hey! Wow, what the fuck?
Oh, stop hitting me! Oh.
Sorry, buddy. What the hell?
Apparently on the world's slowest bike.
Man, imagine if I didn't have a bike for all that.
I'm here.
Christina? Christina?
No, it's you. You're just in time. My roommate is trying to kill me.
And let's fail it. Oh no!
Okay, dying. Not helpful.
How she dodged the car? Apparently she hit X in time.
Christina?
She had an even simpler button press than I did.
No, it's you. You're just in time. My roommate is trying to kill me.
I missed what the text said the first time.
Okay, dying. Not helpful.
Stabbed to death by girlfriend's roommate. Okay.
Christina? Christina?
Oh, it's you. You're just in time. My roommate is trying to kill me. And that's freezing my toothbrush.
Well, don't use your toothbrush at least. I mean, that's just gross to begin with. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I mean, 1 minute she's sitting there reading her Hunger Games Catching Fire book, and the next thing I know, she's lunging at me with a kitchen knife. I mean, I know she was really into Hunger Games, but that was ridiculous.
I don't think that's it. It's the whole town. Everyone's going crazy.
Like that shitty M. Night Shyamalan movie? Exactly. God, that was a shitty movie.
Anyway, it's really dangerous outside. I almost died just getting here, and then your roommate just killed me 2 times.
Wow, that's great. I'm gonna go take a shower. Cover me.
But...
Yeah, you died twice.
Just watch the door.
Ooh.
She's got a katana in there.
Huh?
Why do you keep a sword in your bathroom? It was worth it.
Anyway, it's really dangerous outside. I almost died just getting here, and then your roommate just killed me 2 times. And then you stabbed me!
Wow, that's great. I'm gonna go take a shower. Cover me.
But...
It'll be fine. Just watch the door.
Now, because I'm slow and didn't learn my lesson.
Ooh. Huh?
Really? Again?
Oh, no options.
Anyway, it's really dangerous outside. I almost died just getting here, and then your roommate just killed me 2 times. And then you stabbed me 2 times!
Wow, that's great. I'm gonna go take a shower. Cover me.
But... What? Ooh.
Let's go for the 3-peat.
Huh?
Well, not if you're in the snuff.
Are you still not getting the message? Okay, when the prompt comes out, just don't press anything, okay?
That's good.
Anyway, it's really dangerous outside.
I just got an achievement for that. Oops, I did it again. Again.
I almost died just getting here, and then your roommate just killed me 2 times. And then you stabbed me 3 times!
Wow, that's great. I'm gonna go take a shower. Cover me.
But...
If it gives me B, I have to press it.
Yeah, you died 5 times.
Just watch the door.
Okay, no B press.
Poker face.
It's Pogo!
Clowns.
This is actually something that comes into play, because I said Juggalos last time, then
What a
Juggalo
mess.
appeared. I'm betting right now because I picked Clown, I'm gonna have to fight a clown near the end. We'll see if I'm right.
There we go. All clean. I don't think this was the best use of my time.
All right, so what's the plan?
I think we should get out of town.
Okay, how are we gonna do that?
I have a car back at my place.
Well, why didn't you drive it here then? Okay, well, let's go get it. You know fences have gates, right? I've been wondering, whatever's happened, how come we're not affected?
Drink milk? I think it's milk.
Maybe not. Matt wasn't affected either. He told me something before he died. Press X to not die.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Means get hit by your girlfriend.
I kind of feel like I've been doing it. What the hell?
Yeah, well, you're not very good at it.
Ow!
Sorry, yeah, I've noticed that too. Do you think there are other people like us? People who are okay?
Why does everyone keep attacking me?
That was timely. And we'll not punch her this time. Alright, so you have to punch her.
What the
Oh
hell,
my god,
son?
I'm so sorry, Mrs. Peterson.
Get away from me, you hooligan!
Sorry, Mrs. Peterson!
Is she gonna be okay?
I think so. We should head back indoors.
Yeah. This building's unlocked. What is this place?
I don't know.
What is this place?
I don't know.
Christina!
Well, that's good. At least it's not like a major system resource hog then. Some games are becoming like that. Like the new Call of Duty game is coming out, 175 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Storage space is required. It's crazy. I mean, on top of needs a beefy PC to begin with, but then the humongous storage space is crazy. So I'm all for a game needing like 2009 requirements.
I don't like this.
How'd they ruin your Grandia 2 stream?
Seriously? Christina!
So they do like an update to the game then, like via Steam, T. Wallace? Because usually if they're forcing it to run like 60, there might be a way that you can do, like you can force it back down to 30. There might be a way to do it, I'm not sure though.
Can you try that door?
It's locked. Cover me. I'll pick the lock.
You know how to pick locks?
Yeah, don't you?
Well, it's a useful skill. You should pick it up sometime.
Huh. So they gave you the HD remaster for free, but then, you know, didn't ask if it was an option. That's bizarre. They can try posting in the Steam forums. It's like, hey, you were playing on a lower end PC. It ran fine at the 30 before. How do you like uninstall or make it run 30 again?
Let's finish this.
I think I've got it.
Huh? Booyah.
Careful, son. You might hurt someone with that.
How did you do that?
Same way you do it. I pressed X.
How do you know about that?
It's the way it was supposed to be.
So you know what's going on.
I do.
Who are you?
I'm nobody. Officially, I don't even exist. The military has been working on a drug that rewires people's brains. The purpose was to make performing complex actions as simple for people as pressing a button. Dodge an attack, press X. stab someone with a sword, press A. Skip the years of training it would normally take to develop such skills to an expert level.
Military rewired our brains!
Just a bit. Pretty much. Yeah. But the drug doesn't work on everyone. In fact, most people it drives mad. We found that only so-called gamers could handle the rewiring. Only gamers could understand being able to perform karate or reload their rifle being as simple as pressing a button. Everyone else just went crazy.
Man. Wait, Christina's a gamer?
Angry Birds.
And you release this drug in our town, are you crazy?
I didn't do it. This wasn't part of the plan. I don't know if something went wrong or if someone intended for this to happen. All I can do is try to help. Here, take my keys. My car's in the parking lot. You can use it to escape.
Aren't you coming with us?
I don't seek escape. I only seek atonement. Here, take a weapon. It's dangerous outside.
Alright, so now the question. We've done the chainsaw. Should we do the bat or the balloon sword? So I'm thinking if we're fighting a clown, balloon sword might be the most lethal thing you can possibly do. Baboon sword.
Pick a real weapon.
It's your funeral. The parking lot is that way. The red neon. Go.
So like I said, I'm expecting to fight a clown now because I said clown instead of juggalo, so we'll see what happens. We'll see if I'm right.
There.
Yep.
Hello?
A clown? Why does it have to be a clown? Huh? He caught my kick.
Does he have enhanced reflexes too?
You think he's a gamer? But he's one of them.
Must harvest soybeans.
Oh my god.
He's a Farmville player.
Can you beat up?
I don't know.
Maybe
Probably too, Wallace. Wouldn't surprise you if they were.
Where did you get this?
I don't know.
Let's finish this.
Okay. Come on, let's go.
So now if the guy's on the bike, we gotta hit him.
I think we're gonna make it.
Yeah, I think so.
You know, we never even found out how this happened.
Maybe that'll be in the sequel.
What? Ah!
Oh, God. You again.
I don't know. Apparently, you must have tracked me down after surviving getting a pummeling.
Well, we made it out of the city. Looks like we're safe. For now.
Can't believe you died 8 times. Jeez. I only would have died like 4 times. Tops. Maybe you should try easy difficulty next time.
Isn't there somewhere else you could be?
Well, I would, if you hadn't, you know, run over me with your car.
Plus, you stole my bike, so screw you, asshole. And you really tried to watch your girlfriend shower? 3 times? You big pervert.
Extremely hairy. He had the Robin Williams syndrome. Like part werewolf. So I've experienced about 73.8% of the game across all playthroughs. So that is press X to not die. It's a fun, cheap little game, very cheap. I suggest getting the special edition for like $3.50. I don't think it really goes on sale because it's just so cheap. Actually, I think I got it on sale for like $1 or something like that because it normally sells for like $2 or $3. It's dirt cheap. I definitely recommend picking it up. How long everyone in this game is dead like that other FMV game played with Corey Haim, like Double Switch? Good question. It wasn't like a major release, so they have a chance of surviving, but they are Canadian, so they do have that against them. But I think they're going to live a very long life, except for the Clown and Juggalo. That guy can die just because they're annoying. Alright, so let's play some more FMV games. We're going to fire up Retro Arch. Look at that black screen for a second, and Retro Arch, there we go. Alright. Let's update the old title. The game, Retro. So I'm debating about playing this game. It's a crazy FMV game. It's not the craziest one I've ever played, for sure. That still belongs to Surgical Strike, which I don't know how to play. But that game is just like, it's Michael Bay's wet dream. We're going to play a different game, one that was also for the Sega CD, so the quality is going to be very poor. Hopefully, it would be also nice if they got this one remastered. Night Trap incoming. Oh, why do you hate me, T. Wallace? I thought you were a friend. I thought you were a friend, man. Come on. Why do you got to hate me like this? I thought we were cool. No, we're going to play another Sega CD game instead. It's called Wirehead. This game is pretty crazy. And it has a lot of beeping, unfortunately, so that's why I hope that if they ever do like a remaster like they do for Double Switch or Night Trap, or even Corpse Killer, which is a terrible, terrible game, to like have the option to turn off the beeping. Unfortunately, there's just no way to get that done, so... Well, hey, you drive a Dodge Neon. I mean, come on. That's just inviting pretty cool. Other than a PT Cruiser. I mean, it could be worse. It could be a PT Cruiser, which is actually a Dodge Neon shell underneath the PT shell. So it's still a Neon, but yeah. And I also love a Sega CD stereo right here. Oh, so satisfying. So I do not own a Sega CD personally, but I do own Sega CD games, and this is one of the ones I own. Yes, Mini Cooper or a Fiat. Ugh. Well, that's a more respectable car than a Neon. Yeah. How's Wurzel's stream? I crapped on Neons for quite some time, and also PT Cruisers and, you know, some other stuff. It was really weird.
Package for Ned Hubbard.
That's me.
Lisa, I told you kids not to play with your father's controller. Sorry, darling. I'll be back in a minute.
It was 1995, a simpler time, when this is the best you could do outside of a CDI or 3DO. Let's just watch my porn in the living room.
Ned, I don't know how to say this. They've tortured me. They've killed my nurse. And now they're after you.
They let me send this video.
Escaped, but I don't know how long before they find me or you. I've got to go. I'll be getting in touch with you very soon. In the meantime, I've got someone watching over you with my controller. Good luck.
Mr. Ned Hubbard? Yes. My name is Frank Ross. This is my partner, Will Kramer. We're with the FBI.
It's Shadow Stevens.
If you'd come with us and answer
It's
a few
not.
questions, please. Why? About what? It's no big deal, just a few routine questions about Dr. Ohad and staff. But I don't know where he is.
Yes, not affiliated with the Code Monkeys show from the earlier 2000s.
I have to go.
Let's go to the right.
Come here! You're killing me! I don't believe this guy!
This is one where you like really have to memorize what it is. You have so many different options. No, not the bike. Skateboard! That was an entire stunt budget. Oh. That would be awesome. I would be all for that. Hold your fire. Okay, so left grabs the skateboard. I don't think I've read the translated lyrics. Just me or the game get quieter. I was supposed to go. That's right. I was supposed to go forward and plow through her. Seems like the game got quieter to me. Yeah, it just seems like it just got quieter. It's just how the game is. Except for that beeping is still ear-piercingly loud. Throwing away good empty boxes. Alright, ladies, screw you and your groceries! Haha, my groceries now! Alright, free ride. What? Oh, come on, I had a free ride. I said there's like so many ways to die in this game, it's crazy. As I hear is like, take your stupid groceries with you. Actually, I have a plan here about this too. There is a way we're gonna see the ending. It's gonna involve some cheating. So I picked right last time and it was like, no, you die. It's funny because I remember this actor actually went on to be in some gum commercials, like Sprite gum. Anyone remember Sprite? Or is Sprite gum even around still? I think they kind of went the way of Bonkers. There's another gum from the 80s that didn't survive. Pardon me. Yeah, this is how it feels. Just keep dying, so I'm just feeling miserably every single time. Alright, kids, screw your lemonade stand. Oh. Playing Professor Snatch. Skateboarder terrorizes neighborhood. It's been a slow news day. Alright, so there is a cheat we can do. It's going to allow us to see the entire game. Nope, that's not it. Alright, let's try the other one. This one's full of crap. I know this one works. So as you may notice here in the upper left-hand corner, it's telling you like the code number, like the screen and all that stuff. And underneath where it says ES is a directional cue, which will allow you, basically sounds like L for left, U for up, R for right, button presses and so forth. That's how we're going to get through this game, people. Because I've actually gotten through it before, it's like you have to like take notes just about to get through this game. Because at one point, not too much farther after this, you have to you land at the airport. You end up there, like you land in a shuttle to get to the airport. And you go flying out of a airplane, like Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom style. And then you go rafting and you get face to face with a grizzly bear. And wind up in a Wild West town. And this game goes all over the place. I didn't see down was an option last time. That's how we get to the airport shuttle. So I've done it before, so I knew that's how I knew we got to the airport. Good old pre-TSA days, pre-9/11 flight.
What are you doing in here?
I was, just making sure my bags got on the plane.
No one is allowed in this room, sir. Now, I suggest you take your seat immediately.
Right away.
Hello?
Sally.
Ned.
Sally, this is costing like $20 a minute.
The phone could be bugged. I'll explain later. Just listen. Remember that cabin we go to on summers when we first met?
Yes?
Go there. Grab the kids and leave the house right now.
Ned, are you okay? Remember, the doctor...
Sally, go now. Right now. Trust me, we could be in a lot of danger.
Shouldn't I call the police?
She looks like the girl from Night Trap for a second.
Anyone. Don't tell anyone where you're going. I'll call you later.
Excuse me, is that seat taken? Do you mind?
No, not at all.
I was sitting next to a fat man back there who snores like a water buffalo.
That was the quietest airplane ever.
You're not going to believe this.
What?
Airport security's just called. They think we might have a murderer on board. My name is Frances Mars, and yours?
Ned Hubbard.
Really? Aren't you the one that they call Wirehead? I read about you in the papers. Ned Hubbard. Would a Mr. Ned Hubbard please press the passenger call button? Ned Hubbard. I have an idea. Follow me. Let's hide in here.
Oh, let's hide in there. Let's do it. I don't care what the game says.
Have you ever done it in the bathroom before?
No.
Too bad.
Why?
Because you'll never know how it feels.
Oh, I think she's gonna penetrate me alright. Pre 9/11 flights, everybody.
Let's hide in here.
This is normally what I do. 40,000 feet, open the door. Sure you can.
Hey, you're good. Waterfall, help me out.
Why are there so many cameras everywhere that you can see all this?
You gotta help me. Come on.
And here comes that grizzly bear. This poor stuntman gets jacked up by the bear. That bear's would have his way with you. I think we're safe there. I don't think this is going to go into Alone in the Dark 3 territory just yet, at least. There is a slight Western theme, though. Much like that game had. Surprised most people don't even remember Alone in the Dark 3. Fun bunch of games, though. I love those games. I used to have the original trilogy for, like, Windows 95.
Where'd you get it? Oh, a store. General store.
Ported over from the 486 to Windows 95.
Oh, yeah?
Sure does.
Sure does.
M-O-O-S-E.
That spells moon.
That's my hat. You know what we do with hat rustlers?
No.
Oops, didn't hit A fast enough. Yeah, Alone in the Dark was like the game I remember playing on my friend's 46 computer. This is before Pentium processors were a thing. Before computers were rated in megahertz. We're talking old school here. So, I remember playing the game. It didn't have... Yeah, he had like... It was something like crappy sound out of it there, like the old internal speakers. But I was having so much fun playing Alone in the Dark and how creepy it was, and yeah, 4 sound cards were default, all that other fun stuff. And then a couple years later, Resident Evil comes out. Everyone's like, "Ooh, this is a scary game," and I'm like, "Okay, I've played this before, but it was called Alone in the Dark. You know, it wasn't as streamlined as Resident Evil turned out to be." But I'm like, you know, people are like, "Oh, this is the father of survival horror games." I'm like, no, it's not. Not even close. Okay, so now we're on a different branching path. This game does have branching paths, by the way.
Good morning, Sheriff. I'm Laura Levin with the Times. And gentlemen, we have a very serious problem. Your prisoner here is accused of killing a man that he didn't kill. And the real killers are, in fact, on their way here this minute to kill him.
Now, I wouldn't worry your pretty little head about our prisoner, ma'am.
Now, Sheriff, you just don't understand. These men are paid assassins. They're going to kill you, him, me, anybody to get to him.
Now, you listen here, little Miss Reporter. I don't know who you are, where you come from. But I know this. Our prisoner is safe. That's right.
Well, may I at least speak to the prisoner then?
Well, sure. I mean, hell, he ain't going nowhere. Who are you?
Now, I know who you are. I've met with Dr. Oha. He is safe, and he wants me to bring you to him now.
But I don't even know where
Look,
I am.
I don't have time to explain everything right now. Trust me. Act dehydrated. Excuse me. Gentlemen, are you trying to kill this man? He is going to die of dehydration.
Yeah, what?
He's going to die of thirst. Please, do something for him.
Oh, hell, Deputy. Get him a drink.
Wait.
Please. Get ready.
Here, for your dehydration.
Hurry in the cell. Open the cell.
I wouldn't do that
Hey,
if I were you,
Nimitz.
little lady.
You open that cell door right now or I'm gonna blow your redneck head off. Do it. Get in.
What?
Come on, both of you, move your butt. Give me those.
Hopefully the other guy doesn't have his keys on him, so I can just let himself out easily.
That's probably SlickCon thugs right now. We gotta get out of here.
Which way?
Let's take the Jeep. Nick, what are you doing?
Come on.
We can't take this thing. Look at it.
Get in, let's go.
Are you crazy?
Sit down.
Exactly, they never suspect the wagon. And suddenly this turns into like First Blood, but back before it was called Rambo.
These guys are nuts, man. They're nuts.
It's like we could have driven after them. I mean, we're in a Jeep that has off-road tires. I mean, we ain't too bright though.
Where you guys come from? Up the mountain. Want a ride?
Can you please drive us into town?
Up on.
Ooh, hayride. Oh yeah. Like getting all scratchy. Well, it's a good thing they keep this doctor in this hotel, apparently. This cheap, not even hotel, a cheap motel.
So, has my friend been taking care of you?
What is going on, Doctor? Why are these people chasing me?
They're after you because of the operation.
What do you mean?
Well, after the accident, I reconnected your brain with electrodes. And now you're quite normal.
Well, don't know if I say that.
Great. It's normal, except why are these people trying to kill me?
Oh, they don't care about you. They want what's in your brain.
Brain control. It's the dream of every fascist dictator in the world.
And we got one of the worst after us, Dr. Akabo Slitkhan and his thugs.
Those two feds.
And the woman, well, she's the most dangerous of all. They call her Heels because of the stiletto shoes she wears. It's the last thing anyone ever sees.
Yeah, I saw them. Well, that's great. What are we gonna do?
Ned has a foot fetish.
Guys, the only way we can clear this thing is to get the story to my editor. The second this thing hits the front page, you two are safe.
And you get your story.
Do you have a better idea?
So apparently she got off that plane in record speed too.
Who is it? House cleaning.
Housekeeping. You want a hand
come
job?
back later. It's really not a good time for us right now. Sorry, must do house cleaning now.
Just ends up like in an industrial zone for some reason. Oops, didn't hit fast enough. Oh, those poor boxes are brutal. Oh my gosh, we're way back here.
Who is it? House cleaning. Come back later. It's really not a good time for us right now. Sorry, must do house cleaning now.
What? I hit it. Oh, that's okay, but now we're here. Go figure.
Hey, Slip Guy, look, I delivered the merchandise. Now payday, huh?
All right. Bring him in.
Come on, let's get this thing over with.
All in good time, my dear. Brain surgery is one thing. Knowledge extraction quite another. Isn't that right, Dr. Rosa?
You will learn nothing from us, you filthy butcher!
We'll see. Put him on the table. Get on him. Stop him! Don't let him get away! Stop!
How do we get out of here?
Apparently we're inside an, like, I said, I knew we were in, like, in some kind of industrial zone. I remember being at this point. Something like, it's like, really? There was a hospital here? Okay. An oil or gas facility. And murder. Oh, come on. Oh, must have been 2 Ford Pintos.
Sam, it's Laura.
Would you like to tell me what's going on?
I found them.
Who?
Dr. Oha and Wirehead.
I just got a call from a guy who said he's gonna kill Wirehead's family if we don't deliver Dr. Oha to the shipyard. Are you involved with this?
Sam, I'm sorry. I've got to call you back. Slickcon's got your family.
What?
He's taken your family hostage, and he wants Dr. Oha in exchange for them.
I'll give them what they want. They don't need you.
Are you crazy? Do you really think that Slickcon is just going to say, "Oh, thank you very much," and let you walk away?
Yes.
No, he's going to kill you and anybody that knows anything about this operation.
So you're saying your family's dead?
Should have never gotten you involved in this.
Come on, don't do that. You saved his life.
This maniac has got my family.
All right, Sam told me where they are. You and I will go to the shipyard and rescue your family. Dr. Oha, you go to the police and meet us there.
Sounds like a good idea.
Well, I'm just that good, Nimix. It's one of my many talents as a mediocre streamer on Twitch. Yeah, nice boat. Now, is that the nice boat meme, so we don't see a severed head inside of a bag killed by a... just cut off by an angry girlfriend? Yeah, school days. Oh, this is gonna be a fun little show. No. No, it was not.
Please be careful.
I hear something. Shh. They're in there.
That little rat's starting to get to me. When I get my hands on that little freak, I'm personally gonna rip his eyes out. I'm gonna take that wire. Hey, you watch me.
Oh, come on, I hit right.
Got you now, you little freak.
And I'm playing this in RetroArch, though, so you never know how well the controls are going to hand up. Disappears! Meanwhile, Wirehead family commits suicide. They were found in 4 hefty bags, chopped into pieces. It was a very weird suicide.
Please be careful.
I hear something. Shh. They're in there.
That little rat's starting to get to me. When I get my hands on that little freak, I'm personally gonna rip his eyes.
Hey, you can't skip this
I'm gonna
part.
take that wire. Hey, you watch me.
Be careful. They're all over the place.
That was too close.
All right, this way.
Shut up, kid, or I'll feed you to the fish.
They're in there.
How many guards?
2.
Okay, come here.
Let's have sex in the other room. What? It'll make him jealous.
Okay, if I can get them in here, do you think we can take them out?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do it.
See? You thought I was lying.
Hey, Brad, look at this.
Kids in the room was like, wow, they're really going at it.
Come on, Ned, we gotta go while we still got the chance.
She's a reporter. Come on.
She's your new mom. She's better than old mom.
Come on, kid.
Come on, hurry up.
Come on, kid.
Whole family, huh?
Oh, dear. Oh, no.
These guys must be like red shirts on Star Trek shows. Can't remember how much more there is to this game, though.
Where's Dr. Oha and the police?
We can't wait for them right now. We gotta get out of here. Slickcon's gonna get us.
I don't want to put my family in any more danger.
Don't you understand? He's after you, not your family. They should take the car and go to the police. You and I have to get to my editor. It is your only chance.
Sally, are you all right driving that Cadillac?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
She's like, okay, you stay with that really more attractive lady than I am.
We gotta go. Come on.
Thank goodness nobody has guns in this universe. Pardon me. Whee! I don't know why I fell off. It always works in Wave Race 64.
I think we can get a taxi over here. Oh, Ned, come on, not again.
Come on.
I must be crazy.
Put your seatbelt on.
Watch out!
Wow, that is fast.
Oh, Ned, come on, not again.
Come on.
I must be crazy.
And it looks like Twitch is just dropping frames like crazy. Good job, Twitch. It just literally dropped 2,000 frames.
Put your seatbelt on.
Watch out! Oh my God! Are you enjoying this?
What?
Watch out! Oh my God! Are you enjoying this? I cannot believe that we made it here alive.
Not so fast. I believe we have some unfinished business to attend to.
Is there a problem here, Miss Levin?
The game is over, SlitCon. Give it up. Charlie, throw that man out of here.
Yes, ma'am, sir. I'm afraid I'm going to have to...
The game is never over, my dear. Would you like to come with me, or shall we finish things right here?
To answer your question, Dr. SlitCon, I think we should end everything right now. All of your evil-minded schemes.
That was from me.
Sally?
Everybody come on. I've got 2 hours if I'm going to make that deadline.
He'll be just fine. Take him to the hospital.
Miss Lemon, you can't go in there.
What are you trying to do to me?
Sam, I am so sorry I didn't call you back sooner.
Where have you been?
Almost everywhere.
Look, the mayor has called me, the chief of police has called me. You have given me more trouble in one day than I've had in 40 years at this paper.
Sam, you don't understand. This is Dr. Oha, and this is Ned Hubbard, the infamous Wirehead.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do? It's a pleasure to finally meet
Not
you.
as good as Pinhead, though.
Finally wait to hear your story.
Ned, look out! Not bad for a wirehead.
Well, Dad, that was awesome.
Oh, Ned.
All right, I'm all right.
She is dead too.
Is she dead?
Not yet. She has a very bad head injury. I think I can save her. Call an ambulance.
But why, Doctor? She's been trying to kill us.
There's good and evil in everyone.
It's my
Just a matter of
hippopotamus
what
oath.
buttons you push.
So what are you saying? You're gonna wire her up like you did him?
Actually, a little better. I have some new technologies that will increase her performance and response time considerably.
Well, he's not ever gonna give you up or, let you down.
But we need a female wire.
Play around to hurt you.
She's being rewired as we speak, and we're hoping to get her a little bit more on the side of law enforcement in the future. Next question.
Taking away her free will.
I had a little help. Somebody who basically saved my life. Thanks again. It was great talking to you. My family's waiting for me. I'd like to try to relax and just get back to normal. Thank you.
Who is it that you keep turning to and addressing?
What are you talking about?
You keep turning around and talking to this person.
I love
and
this.
Asking for help.
That was Oha's, plan to help me. I mean, that's my override.
So Oha, you're talking to Oha?
No, it's not Oha. No,
Oh.
no. It's, we'll call it the person, the player. I'd like to leave it at that.
I just don't understand some of the choices you made. Why did you pick the wagon? Bad choice.
Is this some kind of interview? Well, Howard, all right, well...
No, I'm just wondering why I had to go down the mountain on that bouncy thing and risk my life.
I'm sorry that I took the wagon, the Jeep, the skateboard, the Zodiac, and I rode the pig.
Neither of you listened to me. I had some really good ideas.
We listened.
I said go right, you said go left, but what was the right choice?
What was it?
Back.
We listened to you once. What was that? When we went out of the boat. And where did it get us? I got a kick in the face from that.
I guess you did suffer the most, didn't you?
I love the fact they just totally dresses the game like, oh yeah, why were you, who were you talking to? And that was Wirehead. Yay! Alright, let's do one more game. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Well, I'd say the best FMV game, one of the best still, is Space Pirates. Even though it's pretty crazy and hard to do without a light gun. The best game to feature, like, the most best dressed homeless people ever. Yeah, this is the American redone version of Zoo Ranger, the Super Sentai show. which is actually surprisingly dark for a show. If you ever watch the Japanese version, it's quite different. They basically decided, like, okay, let's just go and let's just take this show, this Japanese Super Sentai show, and we're gonna basically film American parts and then redub it and then just make up our own storylines. And that's pretty much what happened. They kind of did the same thing many years ago with a show called Voltron, which actually Go Lion is what it was. And that show was like incredibly hyper violent, a lot of death and stuff. Except for back for Voltron, what they did was they bought the rights to the show, and they're like, hey, do you want to pay for a translator to translate all this stuff? And they're like, no, we'll just make our own show. And that's exactly what happened, which is funny because they decided to piece their own stuff together with all the stuff they edited together. And it actually, some parts actually were the same, like Earth went through a nuclear war and other things that was kind of funny to match up. But yeah, this was based off of the Zoolanger Sentai. So, I forget exactly what the full name was called, but yeah, it's like, I think Shout Factory TV. I'm not sure if they show that overseas or if it's just a US Canada thing. But Koryu Sentai Z Ranger or Zoo Ranger, I think it was called. It showed every once in a while.
Welcome, humans.
So who are you?
Like, what are you?
I am Zordon, an interdimensional being caught in a time warp.
And my name is Alpha.
I'm not anywhere in the original show.
And I have brought you
Ignore this fact.
Look behind you at the viewing globe. Your doubts will be answered in the images you see. This is Rita Repulsa, an intergalactic sorceress who is bent on controlling the universe.
By the way, the original sorcerer was like trying to wipe out humanity because like 10,000 years ago her son was on the earth and was killed by a wild beast, and so she sold her soul to the devil in order to get like powers for revenge. It's like the Japanese version is like super dark.
With her henchmen and buddy patrollers, she plans to conquer Earth. You've been chosen to form an elite team to battle Rita. Each of you will be given access to extraordinary powers drawn from the ancient creatures you call dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
Whoa. What are these?
Those are your power morphins. When in danger, raise them to the sky, calling the name of your dinosaur.
Nothing will happen. Jojo looks super stupid.
To one and all, as the Power Rangers.
I don't get it.
Jason, bold and powerful, you shall command the Tyrannosaurus dinosaur.
You will quit the show and go and do gay porn.
Clever and brave, you shall command the Mastodon.
Seriously, it's what happened.
Kimberly, graceful and smart, the pterodactyl dinosaur shall be yours. Billy, patient and wise, you shall command the powerful Triceratops dinosaur. Trini, fearless and agile.
You'll die in a car accident. Sad but true. Rip.
Observe the viewing globe. Just as the five of you work together, so do your Zords. When you need help, you need only to turn to the power of the dinosaur.
Yeah, Red Ranger, after his tenure on the show ended, he did gay porn for a little bit.
Power morphers? Megazords? This is just too weird for me. I tell you what, it's been real, but I gotta go.
Yeah, see ya.
The blue guy, Blue Ranger, was extremely gay.
Stupid teenagers don't know who they're messing with.
And, like, he kept getting harassed constantly. This was back in the early 90s, so one day he just, like, walked off the set and just never came back and no one looked for him or anything. He just, like, quit. He's like, screw you guys, I'm out. And then I know the person playing the Yellow Ranger, which actually was a guy in the Japanese show, yeah, turned into a girl for this one. But she died in a car accident a couple years after the show aired, unfortunately. This is the original Japanese part. And this is inserted American version. Do my awesome breakdancing. Well, it's a good thing that you just keep doing no matter what you do. Just basically have like an energy bar, whether or not you survive and see the full thing or not, apparently. Unfortunately, I have different buttons layouts, so it's like I gotta remember what is B and C.
This day is too weird. What do we do now?
Doran said these power morphers will give us power. Let's do it. Mastodon!
Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus!
Blurred video!
Teleport them to Angel Grove City. Rita just sent down Goldar.
Right away, Zordon.
Send them into the middle of the city so they can cause massive property damage. And back to the original Japanese parts.
Magic one! Make my Goldar grow!
Okay, had she thrown that scepter from the moon to the earth at that velocity and that speed, and it had survived re-entry, that would be one hell of a weapon. That would be like basically the Thor project from that was rumored like to exist like in paper form, where they'd use like tungsten rods like as like a basically impact inertial weapon, which would be almost the destructive force of not quite a nuclear bomb, but basically the Moab going off. If you shot something from space at that high speed, they could survive reentry, which tungsten would. Yeah, so that would cause massive damage. That'd be like a humongous bomb going off wherever that spear or scepter landed. That's just the nerd in me coming out. But one of my favorite shows, though, is actually the Super Spider-Man, which is the Japanese Spider-Man show. Which Spider-Man has a giant robot named Leopardon. And it is amazing.
Jason! That blow didn't even phase him! Man! He's coming at us!
Well, gee, if only like we didn't have 5 people trying to to control one robot. That would be like pure hell. Your auto continues. Wow, that was fast. And everybody dies.
I can't believe it! It's like Rita destroyed a part of us! They were always there for us when we needed them.
Now they're gone! Just when we need them most.
Well, you doomed the world. Good luck, kids. Oh, Sabin. Yeah, that makes sense. So, ACF. I don't know what that means, but I'm putting it in. So, they had the brilliant idea, and this has been floating around YouTube. Back when they were trying to acquire Sailor Moon for the US audience, they were not going to redub and translate the show, which it still got hacked to pieces for the US dub version, I should say. But they were originally going to make the show live action with animated segments and completely reanimate the show. in certain parts. It was going to be like Power Rangers, basically. Except for they would sail around the universe. One girl was in a wheelchair. It's a total, like, unmitigated disaster that, like, thankfully never got off the ground. It's pretty much lost media. People have been, like, trying to find out, like, where the master tape is, because they shot a pilot of it. So they're like, there's a pilot somewhere existing of it, and they're trying to find it. And it's just like, it's still lost. Let's see. Yeah, Tune Makers. Okay, so I remember finding a better version where actually somebody had, like, corrected the perspective so it looks like head on. Yeah, and it was, like, shown off, like, during, like, some con years ago. So someone actually had, like, an old VHS camcorder type deal, took it off the screen. If you want to check that out yourself, it's truly an abomination. It's pretty terrible. We'll do beginner. Oh yeah, it's like, it's an amazingly tragic story.
Stupid teenagers don't know.
Why am I looking at him through a sniper gun scope? It's like, okay, I need to adjust, raise up a couple mil dots for distance from the moon. I'm not sure how much that would be. Windage has got to be really crazy. I don't want to have to do the math in my head trying to figure out how to shoot from there. I mean, I can shoot a mile already, but shooting thousands of miles, that'd be a real trick.
Morphins to give us power. Let's do it. Mastodon. Pterodactyl. Triceratops. Saber-tooth tiger. Tyrannosaurus.
We form Voltron, Leopardon, any other big giant mecha.
Right away, Zordon.
We're teleporting again.
Mazinger.
We're gonna save the world.
Trying to think of other giant robots I can think off the top of my head. Blow him harder, Jason! What? What? What was that?
Congratulations on a job well done. Now that you have become Power Rangers, you must follow 3 basic rules, or lose the protection of...
Sign these contracts. You get paid nothing.
For personal gain. Second, never escalate a battle unless Rita forces you. And finally, keep your identity secret.
Let's do it.
Power Rangers!
Oh, that is a beautiful left audio only sound. Everybody's left ear enjoying that? Mine did.
Oh, did you see that guy? He'll be a great Green Ranger. Ah, you will become my evil Green Ranger.
He looks like he has drugs on him. He looks cool. Like it's like all like block. He just keep getting smashed in the video.
To the Green Ranger!
To the fall of Zordon and the destruction of the Power Rangers!
Can you help him?
Power Rangers, come in. I need help. Power Rangers.
Affirmative.
Power Rangers, you're here.
Alpha, who did this to you? Where's Zordon?
All my memory chips have been scrambled. No recollection. Was barely able to contact you.
Somebody obviously broke into the command center.
But who? No one has access to this place without a power coin. Look at this.
Skodar. Alpha, we have to stop. You'll be alright?
I'm semi-operational. You take care of Goldar. I'll try to locate Zordon.
It's Morphin time!
Quick, it's recycled footage to to pad up the length of the episode. Let's do it.
Here, Rita! Bring on the Putty Patrol! To the beginning of the end for the Power Rangers. Whoa, this is gonna be fun! Go get them, Goldar! Get them, Putty Patrollers! Get them all!
Yep. See, the show was mostly it's basically the Super Sentai formula, which is like giant robots of the weak type deal powered up. This has been like a long running franchise in Japan for like the past 40 years. But yeah, basically what they did is they bought the rights for American distribution, kept some of the Japanese parts. I mean, maybe like 25%, and they just basically made up their own storylines to fit into whatever battle they had. So it's pretty much what it was. I mean, like I said, if you ever watch the original version of this show, it is quite different, and like I said, and a lot darker in content and stuff. People die, and it's pretty brutal. It's a lot more entertaining. It was kind of funny, but like I like the Japanese Spider-Man show, as I mentioned earlier, and they had his giant robot Leopardon, and if I remember correctly, like after the first or second episode of the show, the suit got stolen somehow. Somebody stole the suit, and so for the rest of the show, whenever they had Leopardon show up, they had to keep recycling as much of the footage they had as possible. I think I saw like 2 or 3 episodes of like the American version, because I had seen the Japanese version before. I'm like, what is this? So I was that weird kid who actually, you know, had seen the original source material back when that was kind of hard to do. So that's how I knew, like, the Yellow Ranger was actually a guy in the original version. They're like, well, we have another girl here on our American version. She's just flat-chested. We won't bring it up. The original show was 4 dudes and 1 girl. But I can't remember their names, so it's not important anyway.
Rangers, I still haven't been able to bring Zordon back.
We'll keep trying. We need answers now.
A guy in a green costume attacked our swords.
He just busted right in. Do you have any idea who it was?
I'm sorry, Rangers. I don't.
All too weird. What are we gonna do?
Prepare ourselves. We don't have Zordon to help us this time.
We'll have to do it on our own.
I think we've only made it through round 1. What's about to be a major battle.
So I mentioned I'll show like I'll show the intro for this when I get done playing this, because it's the last game we'll be playing. But the entire Super Spider-Man, or Super Spider-Man, the Japanese Spider-Man show from the 70s, which was on TV Tokyo in like 78, 77, around there. I think it was 78. You can actually download it. Oh, actually it says right here in the first paragraph. You can actually download the entire show if you want to, or you can stream it through this site. It's completely free. So it's public domain archive now. But I love it. It's got a catchy intro too.
Have you guys seen that new guy, Tommy? Thanks.
Was he dressed up in green, you know, beating people up? Not really St. Patrick's Day, but...
Hey, yo, Tommy. Listen, I know I said I'd work out with you later, but something came up.
Well, I'm wearing, you know, red, so with the blood, so, gotta stab you.
Sure. I understand. Cool. I'll catch you later.
Apparently I have that power.
4 to go.
Your communicator won't work in here. You must face me all alone. If you can get it. Surely you can do better than that.
Careful, you almost hit the camera. At least they like made a a suit for the American version. I'm pretty sure they didn't have access to the original Japanese one.
What's your point? Come and get it, if you're brave enough.
I screamed by giving away my position and surprise attack. Or maybe it's like Dragon Ball Z, where the louder you yell your attack, the stronger it is.
You're not begging me for mercy, human, because you know I'd never grant it. Hold on, stop. I thought Rita wanted me to destroy him.
She wants that pleasure to be mine, and has ordered me personally to see to his end. So, we meet again. I've been looking forward to this.
You wear a Green Ranger costume, yet your loyalty's with Rita.
I am her Green Ranger, and she is my Empress.
She's evil!
Yeah, and so am I. You are a skilled warrior.
Let's end this. I don't want to fight you.
Because you know I'll win.
No! Because if you're truly a Ranger, then you'd be on Zordon's side and not Rita's.
Zordon is a memory. Rita will soon rule the world. Oh, no you don't.
Hit him on the nuts! That's what I do.
I am the victor. For what it's worth, you put up a pretty good fight. But now the battle is finished.
I've locked on. He's teleporting now.
Huh? What? No!
Chief, you're back!
Guys, I was way too close. Green Ranger nearly sliced and diced me.
Green Ranger?
I got a lot to fill you guys in on. You're not gonna believe what happened. Alpha, keep looking for Zordon while we take care of Goldeye. Guys, it's Morphin time!
Mastodon! Pterodactyl!
Triceratops!
Saber-tooth tiger!
Tyrannosaurus! Alright, Rangers, let's do it!
We need dinosaur power now!
I don't know why we never did this from the start. I mean, it just seems like more convenient. Just, why hold back your best attacks till later? Okay, that was unexpected.
An eclipse is starting. Solar power diminishing.
Apparently we run on solar power. We forgot to mention that till now.
Hurry up, Scorpina!
A scorpion monster. Watch out for her stinger.
I'm single. I'd still ask her out. Like, so, do you come here to Earth often?
Solar power's down 25%.
Do you transform into a giant hideous monster all the time, or just sometimes, just during eclipses, or maybe when fighting people in bad costumes?
We're down to 50%! We need the power sword, now! Alright, now we have a chance! Man, it's Green Ranger! Come on!
Yep.
Pathetic Power Rangers are finally going down!
I do, Nivix. I remember that part.
We're in trouble! We don't have enough power left to finish this fight!
If this thing were only at full power, we'd crush him. We gotta hang in.
Give me all the power that's left!
I'm gonna guess a smaller body double wearing a mask. That's what my guess would be. Wow, it didn't take that left input for some reason. As long as they don't show the face, if it goes from behind, I guess it'd be like a small child or a dwarf or little person actor, or whatever the appropriate term is to use these days, with a mask. That's what I would guess. So if it's a face-on shot, then it would be probably computer. So the question is, do you have the answer, or are you just asking me, like how did they do that? Because that's how I would do it if I was, like, in charge of special effects, not having a real special effects background. As I said, I wouldn't do a face-on shot, even though, like, nowadays you can do facial replacement, but back when the Lord of the Ring movies were made, like, what, 2002, 2003-ish? The first one? Facial swap wasn't that good, so, yeah, I'd do small child actor or something, you know, dressed to look like him with a mask. Huh. Or it could just been a really good camera tricks. They did do a lot of forced perspective, but maybe it took them a couple takes to get it right.
Trini, what's wrong? This big trouble downtown is all over the radio.
Now, I've never read the Lord of the Rings books. Or a book, I should say. I saw the movies, saw the cut versions of the movies, hated it, saw the uncut versions of the movies, and I liked them a lot more. Because they explained so many things I was completely lost about. I'm like, okay, why are they doing this? What's their motivation? And then, like, the uncut version, which was like 30, 40 minutes longer for every movie, like each movie was like almost 4 hours, actually explained a lot more, and I actually enjoyed that a lot more than just being completely lost. So when I saw the first movie, I saw it, I'm like, I don't get it. My brother was just ranting about how much they cut out. He's like, oh my gosh, it's like, why was this all, like, you know, why did they keep cutting all this stuff? Yeah, exactly, same thing with The Hobbit. Like, why didn't so they established the eagles from The Hobbit, because I read The Hobbit as a child. And I'm like, then why don't they just fly them all the way where they need to go? They're like, oh, you know, eagles do different things, shit, forgot about that black hole. You know, it's like, that was my big thing too. I remember that from you know, The Hobbit. Like, why don't they just summon the eagles to fly them wherever they need to go? Don't have to walk through a mountain and fight you know, trolls and all that other fun stuff. No, the Matrix, that caught me off guard. I'll get back to the game in a second, anybody lurking. But the Matrix caught me off guard. I mean, we had seen part of it done before, like, for the advertisements, like Neo dodging the bullets. But when Trinity at the start of the movie does it there, that caught us, everybody in the theater who saw it. Like, I saw it opening day, first showing. That was just, like, jaw-dropping, because we didn't know that was going to happen there, and it looked so smooth. And it still kind of holds up. I have the Blu-ray, and it really does hold up still to this day, but then it got abused and overused by everything. It was the new special effects trick of the day. I still don't know why they're making a new Matrix movie. With Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss. They're back as Neo and Trinity, so yeah.
Tommy, stop! You don't know what you're doing!
I mean, everything had that. I mean, Kung Pao Enter the Fist, which was, if you've never seen Kung Pao Enter the Fist, oh my gosh, that is a freaking hilarious movie. Download it, watch it any way you can. They even make fun of The Matrix. They parody that, him fighting a cow. But literally, the guy took an old kung fu film, Tiger and Crane Fists of Death. I actually own a copy of that original film, so I had seen the original source material because I love 70s kung fu films on top of blaxploitation films. So he just basically digitally inserted himself into that and made up his own dubbing to it. But Kung Pao Enter the Fist is, oh, classic. So yes, I saw that task. I was not impressed. There is one cool part where they're doing the 6-on-6 fights, which looked really cool. They're doing glitch stuff, but for the most of it, it's just a simple juggle task. Like, here's my juggle combos. I'm just gonna keep doing light punch, like left punch, constantly to juggle people. I'm like, this is not that impressive. You know, especially when you can, like, if you do a YouTube search for other Mortal Kombat tasks, and like you can find so much more graphic, crazy, breaking stuff in those tasks. That one was kind of tame. Like, it wasn't until like you get halfway through you get to the glitch stuff, and that was cool. But then after that, like little 2 or 3 fights with all the glitches happening, which wasn't a whole lot, then it went back to the just like, okay, we're just gonna trap somebody in the corner and just do left punch juggles just the entire time. I'm like, eh. I'll just send you a link to a pretty good one on YouTube I had found. It's like literally like Super Nintendo causing slowdown, just breaking the game repeatedly. We're like full screen garbage effects. Stuff like that is cool, but it's just like maybe the Nintendo 64 one that task was made off of just was too well programmed. They couldn't do a whole lot of crazy stuff, or maybe the taskers didn't find it.
For my queen!
Queen Slay! Or Slay Queen! He set his phaser to kill.
Alright, guys. Let's morph.
Let's expose our secret identities.
Rita's spell is broken.
Fight by our side and we can defeat Rita.
After everything that's happened,
Tommy, we need you.
it's where you belong.
In my arms.
Join us, Tommy.
I love you. Oh, they're bros. Yay, I succeeded in beginner mode. More challenges await me in intermediate mode. I'm sure they do, but I just don't really care right now at the moment. That's just me. Yes. I don't know, a kazoo cover would have been better than that, really. That's just like Casio keyboard. Cat jumped on it when everybody's trying to sleep sound, really. Alright, so one last thing here before we go. We're going to wrap this up here for tonight. We're going to go a lot of numbers, a lot of crap to get to my initials. Yay! I'm in the Hall of Fame. Alright, so one thing here we're going to do is just show out the little intro. Like I said, I love the Japanese Spider-Man show. So here it is. Desktop. Check the volume. Okay, that's good volume. Perfect, let's do it. Yes, you're not Peter Parker, you're Spider-Man, some motocross guy.
てすべてを捨てて悪を追って空かける
Change the apart.
君はなぜ君はなぜ戦い続けるのか命をかけて一筋に一筋に無敵の男スパイダーマン
Spider-Man.
Honestly, that's what's missing from Spider-Man these days is a giant 50 story tall mech. That really needs to come back to the Spider-Man universe, I would say, myself at least. Alright, so let's see. Been streaming for close to it. Alright, yeah, we'll probably call it here. I'm pretty tired and beat up. Like I said, if you want to check out the show yourself, you don't have to download the episodes. You can even stream it from the site directly. You don't need a sign-in for it, even though it's free and takes like 2 seconds. It's like, what's your username? What's your password? There you go. That's it. So archive.org is a pretty cool place. But yep, thanks for hanging out here. Let's wrap this up with my wonderful almost the end. Have to do the closing out video, so thanks for hanging out, everybody. I do appreciate it. So I will be back not tomorrow, Wednesday. I'll be back on Thursday the 17th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you don't know when that is, just type it into Google. I'll let you know for wherever you are in the world. I plan on doing a Bayonetta 2 speedrun again. Since I am on better pain meds, I'm able to do that better. So count on that happening. So of course, big shout outs to Hold Your Fire, Nimix, T. Wallace showed up, Ronnie. I think that's it for everybody who T. Wallace area I mentioned already. Yeah, and Jay, that's right. JEF87 showed up as well, and of course anybody lurking too. You can also check me out on Twitter at Worsel555. So that way, usually around 2 or 3 hours in advance, I post up if I'll be streaming or if I need to cancel. So you can keep an eye on it here. So Mr. T. Wallace is streaming. We'll do a little raid on him. I don't know what he's playing, but it will be interesting, I'm sure. Alright, so see you guys on Thursday for most likely some Bayonetta 2 action.